year 2017, History of the Cosmos. I, Chip Roberts, reviewed 2 Metroid ROM hacks. It was really painful and I had a lousy time doing it, but it actually turned out well because girls watched it. Yet to overshadow that massive victory, nobody paid any attention to what I was saying when I told them that I picked the Phazon hack and Rogue Dawn because they had a unique narrative and you didn't play as Samus. But boys will be boys, and people complained that I didn't talk about other Metroid ROM hacks which didn't interest me. So today we're going to suffer through a bunch more Metroid ROM hacks and you're gonna like it!
But first, let's respond to some of the comments from last year's video.
This one is from user McCad00 who says, while I see where you're coming from with your criticisms of these hacks, I feel like you're kind of giving ROM hacks a bad rap as a whole because of the design flaws in 2 hacks.
Thanks for the comment, McCad00, and to this I say,
even though I may not have liked all of the fan output, that doesn't change the fact that these independent developers should be praised and celebrated for keeping the Metroid flame burning. The next comment is from Karl Rygwelski saying, I think each of these games is a lot better than the review gives credit for, to which I respond, even though I may not have liked all of the fan output, that doesn't change the fact that these independent developers should be praised and celebrated for keeping the Metroid flame burning. This one from Cosmic says, at least take the time to research ROM hacks before you spew angry bigotry, to which I respond, anyone with the know-how can make a ROM hack, which means I had to wade through a lot of crap to find a couple worth mentioning.
Wow, it's almost like people don't watch something all the way through before responding with their opinion. Let's read some more mean comments because they're more fun.
Synthetic Dawn says, cross-dressers review video games and I thought I seen it all, yuck.
But your girlfriend didn't find it all that gross. What?
This one from Sir Waffle Stomper says, har har, you're dressed like woman dresses, wah 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 wah.
Don't be stupid, women don't go around with their nipple exposed. If they did, I'd leave my apartment more. Wow, what a bunch of inattentive billy goats, but some of them actually provided some pretty useful feedback, like, keep grinding, my friend. Well, excuse me for wanting something different in my Metroid game. Okay, what do we got here?
Jesus H. Christ, first on our list is Hyper Metroid, made by Real Red.
Oh no, not another communist!
8 years ago, I was the lead engineer on Earth Colony K2L, soon to start a family with my husband, Adam.
Nope.
Metroid Ares.
This hack proclaims itself Metroid 4, thereby negating fusion?
Galactic bounty hunter Samus Aran is sent to investigate planet Ares. The Federation research team's outpost has ceased transmissions. Upon receiving mission details, Samus is reminded of the recurring dreams she'd been having the past weeks. Dreams of a cold planet and, in the distance, the faint cries of a child.
Oh God, really? Why do they always have to bring the maternal instincts into her character? I'm telling you, she ain't like that. She's sterile. Just let her be a 20-something focusing on her work and save the sexual exploration for Metroid Prime 4. Wait a minute, what am I saying? I love MILFs!
To the game's credit, the environments are heavily detailed, but the music is the same as Super, which is fine, but I've seen it all before.
I'd like some original music. There's such a disconnect with hearing these tunes that you're accustomed to according to one location in a completely different setting.
And Metroids. Of course.
Hey, it's not like this is supposed to be Metroid 4 after the last Metroid was killed or anything.
It's also inconsequential. The same bosses, the same music, different environments, but it's fundamentally the same. Sure, there are added puzzles and whatnot, but it's ultimately pointless.
Super Metroid Redesign.
Super Metroid Redesign is Super Metroid Redesigned. Naturally.
Super Metroid Z Factor.
It's Super Metroid.
Super Metroid Y Faster.
It's Super Metroid.
Super Metroid Darkholme Hospital.
Okay, so at least they switched up the design of her suit. Is there any plot for this game? 3 years after the explosion of Zebes, Samus came back to Earth to investigate on strange events disturbing the Darkholme Hospital. And right away, the Super Metroid Prelude theme. And it's the same buggy version that was in the Phazon hack. It's not like there's a lack of composers out there who can make a comparable score.
Okay, that's it. We're moving away from Super Metroid ROM hacks, okay? So, you know how in the 80s you had Mad Max and the Road Warrior? Well, this is kind of like the Italian post-apocalyptic ripoff of Mad Max, you know? Super Metroid was perfect. It said everything they needed to say, so anything to either fix that or to add to it will only dilute its perfection. So let's see if we can try to find something different.
Okay, Metroid Deep Freeze, let's go. Whoa, a plot! A space dragon and its metallic recreation decided to flash freeze an unknown planet.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Their motives are unclear, but I do not care what they are. I am bored, so I will hunt these heathens and brutally kill them to alleviate my boredom.
Next, Ice Metal uninstall.
Can you uncover the dark, deep secrets buried in Narion 3? Or will you die trying?
I'm one step ahead of you, Captain. I won't even try.
This is a mishmash of Metroid Zero Mission graphics and Super Metroid, which is unappealing to the eye.
Okay, we gotta roll a couple of these out because I don't have all night. And a lot of these hacks are designed to patch the game, which infers that there were imperfections in Super Metroid to begin with, which of course is a lie because Super Metroid is a flawless game. But what Metroid game is flawed, you ask? And the answer is Metroid Prime.
The first Metroid Prime game is flawed because there are wave troopers. So one day this kill on Metroid handler Stover started work on essentially a fan reboot of the first Prime game in a 2D format.
What's that? A reboot of a game that changes the way the game is played in a good way? Well,
This game is fucking awesome! It's a shame it was never finished. The graphics are nice, the areas accurately reflect the 3D landscapes they're based off of, and the music is there.
so once again, the fans deliver where Nintendo, I don't know, what's the antonym to deliver? Not finding the customer's house because it's the middle of the night, there's no street lights, and the house number's tucked behind a bush, and there are no lights on inside or out. Yeah, that. As such, I'm officially moving my crush over to F-Zero, because at least with that game, we had 5 or 6 fucking awesome games, and we had a bitchin' spiritual successor in the form of Fast RMX. So, with that said, we are going to go on a little trip to a land called the Mojave, to a city called Las Vegas, to a casino called the Luxor. Deep inside the pyramids, the catacombs of the Luxor, there lies an arcade. Inside that arcade lies the F-Zero AX arcade machine. There are 3 or 4 different versions of it. Regular arcade cab, one that was a Blue Falcon, and one that was a Blue Falcon with hydraulics. I don't know what kind was there, but I've heard legend that it has been spotted at said casino. So, we are going to take a trip to Las Vegas in search of the F-Zero AX arcade machine. Let's go!
Alright, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we gotta get some shit done. Step 1, packing.
I am the Master Packer.
Skin tight faux leather leggings. Skin tight faux leather snakeskin leggings.
And last but not least, skin tight faux leather leggings with rips.
Chip, it's gonna be like 100 degrees in Las Vegas. You need to bring something that's more breathable.
That's why I'm packing the ripped leggings. So it turns out they shut down the arcade 3 years ago.
Can you believe this? I was at the club for like an hour and none of the girls wanted to dance with me because I look like one of them.
Hi boys and girls, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all of your social media. Very important that you share on all your social media so that all your friends who are like-minded and super smart will like my channel, because I too am super smart and like-minded. I put out a solo album. You can find it at link in the description. Follow me on Twitter, and namaste.
Restless night, looking for the answer.